For the Viking warrior, the battlefield was not merely a place of conflict. It was a sacred stage where mortals proved their worth to the gods. Their art of war was forged in the heart of Norse mythology, a brutal dance between steel and spirit. Every raid began not with a war horn, but with a prayer. They looked to Odin, the All-Father, not for victory, but for a death worthy of legend, a death that would earn them a seat in the hallowed halls of Valhalla. This faith was the bedrock of their most formidable tactic, the shield wall. To stand in the wall was an act of absolute trust, both in the man beside you and in the gods watching over you. It was a living fortress of wood and iron, where each warrior's shield protected his brother. Spearmen would thrust from behind this barrier, a serpent striking from the grass, while axes swung overhead, howling for blood. They believed the strength of the wall was the strength of their collective will, a force blessed by the gods themselves. To break it was to challenge the divine order. But in the heart of this disciplined formation, another kind of warrior dwelled, the berserker. These were not just soldiers, they were Odin's champions, touched by a divine fury. They bit their shields, howled like wolves, and fought with a reckless abandon that terrified their enemies. It was believed they channeled the spirit of the bear or the wolf, shedding their humanity to become avatars of war. For the berserker, pain was a foreign concept and fear was an illusion. Their charge was chaos unleashed, a myth made manifest, shattering enemy lines where discipline alone could not. Even their mastery of the sea was tied to their spiritual world. The longship, a marvel of engineering, was also a sacred vessel. Its dragon-headed prow was meant to ward off evil spirits and strike fear into the hearts of their targets. Sailors read omens in the cry of the raven and the shape of the waves, believing Thor guided them through storms and Njord granted them safe passage. Raids were timed with the precision of a predator, striking from the mist at dawn, a ghostly arrival that seemed more supernatural than human. They were not merely pirates, they were the sea's chosen sons. When the final charge came, it was not driven by desperation, but by ambition. Every warrior on the field saw the Valkyries in the clouds, the choosers of the slain, watching for acts of supreme courage. To die with a weapon in hand was the ultimate honor. As they surged forward, a wave of unstoppable fury, they were not just fighting for land or loot. They were fighting for immortality. They fought to hear their names sung in the sagas, to feast and fight again in Odin's hall until the final battle of Ragnarok. The Viking age may have passed into memory, but its echo remains. They were more than raiders. They were a people who lived their myths. Their legacy is a testament to a timeless truth, that the most powerful weapon is a belief worth dying for. Their warfare was not just strategy. It was a ritual, a story, a prayer, forged in the heart of a mythic world.